Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DutchRC channel again, and today I have an update on my ScratchBuild quadcopter. I hope you've seen my previous video in this series, and if you haven't, I'll put a link to it in this video. In the last video I left you with this template of my quadcopter's design. It's a round quadcopter frame. Yes, and I've been hard at work. So let me show you what I've got now. It's a wooden frame. Yes, and it's all cut out, as you can see. It already has 4 motors on it. And you might notice something of a difference between the template and the frame itself. Yes, it isn't round anymore. What happened? Yes, well, I was looking at this template thing and I found, round. I found it a bit boring somehow, so what I did was I made, it is 2 half rounds. This is half a circle over here, this is half a circle over here, and I've slotted a space of 5 centimeters in between. As you can see, this is half a circle and the other part's half a circle as well. So it's an ellipse now, really. It's a bit longer than wide. It looked a little bit more interesting a shape to me. So, alright, there goes the template. Not needed anymore. Okay, 4 motors, 2200 kV motors I've used. These are cheap motors, $8 I think. I use these a lot on my ScratchBuild planes and they work out very well on those. I have no idea if they will work out on a quadcopter yet, but we will find out. And let's see, those motor wires will be tucked down on the bottom of the frame. Over here will be an ESC on the bottom. I want to keep the frame as clean as possible at the top. So these motor wires will be tucked down, these to the front as well. And the really special thing about my motor setup is that they have dihedral, and that's not very common yet. I suspect it will be more common in the future, but these motors are angled inwards slightly. So let me grab a screwdriver. The axle of the motors isn't pointing up straight up like this, but they're, let me take this one. They're angled in like this. Just like on a beginner plane or lots of high-wing planes, there is a bit of dihedral, and I've done that for exactly the same reason as in planes. How can I clearly show you what this does? Yes, let's for instance say that I have a motor over here and it's angled in a little. Now at the moment this quadcopter is bashed around by the wind a little, and it catches, the wind catches this side on the bottom side, and it's angled this way. Now you can see that this motor is angled straight up, right? And if there would be another motor over here, this one will, well, almost be horizontal, the axle of this motor. So this motor will lose quite a lot of lift, which is nice. So this side of the copter will automatically drop down. this side of the Quadcopter's motor setup will be angled almost straight up like this, so it will gain lift once it's banking. So, well, that causes this side of the Quadcopter to be raised again. Well, it's basically a mechanical stabilizer in that sense. There is another reason for it. I hope you can imagine that the prop wash, not facing straight down but a little outward, prevents turbulence build up on the well, underneath the Quadcopter. So when you're hovering above the ground, there is less turbulence straight under the motors. Well, that's a theory, really. I know the Dihedral will balance, make the Quadcopter auto balance. I'm not completely sure if that turbulence thing will take effect, really, but we'll see. And well, let's see. I've got this controller that will be double-sided taped over here, denk ik. I think, sorry. And as you can see, there are two holes in the frame over here. Those are wire routing holes. The rest of the electronics will all be put on the bottom side of the quad. So the receiver wires will go in through this hole, and the ESC wires will go through this hole. That's it. At the moment I'm kind of awaiting the ESCs. I think they'll come in Tuesday. So that'll be my next setup. In that update of, I hope it will be Tuesday, I'll also show you how to configure this KK 2.1 flight controller for a quadcopter. I'll go through every step of the setup of this flight controller with you. So, thank you very much for watching again. Hope I'll be back with another video very soon. And if you're not subscribed yet, please do. See you in another video. Bye bye.